Hey viewers, welcome back to the channel. I've got another Warhammer video for you today. Today we're talking Intercessors. So, Space Marine Intercessors, this squad I got built up. This is part of the that Ultramarines Christmas box that was released. So, starting to go through the process of getting that painted up. So I'll have the videos go along as we do that. So I figured I'd start with the Intercessors. So this squad, I built it up as a 10-man squad just so I'd have a big squad of it instead of 2 5-mans. And my goal was to make use of everything I could on the sprue. And so I magnetized everything. So the primary purpose of this video, you can see how I painted them up, and it's pretty much kind of the standard color scheme that you've seen me paint. So there's nothing really new about that. So if that is of interest to you in terms of what colors and whatnot, continuing on, please let me know in the comments and I can share any details you want. But for this video, I figured I'd go over more of the magnetization options of what I did and to show you what you can get to optimize your parts that you get on those sprues. So first off, 10-man squad of Intercessors. By default, I've got them equipped with the assault bolters. Reason being is my understanding of math, more shots is always better. So they get more shots, even with rapid fire. So so that seems to be the best option. So I started off by configuring them with that. Then with extra spare parts, I decided to go with the Stalker bolt rifles because that seemed to be the next logical choice of what weapons I might want them to have. So going through, they're all equipped with the assault bolters, as you can see. For the 2 Grenadiers, you see I've got them with the grenade launchers, but I also have a regular rifle built up for them. So whenever the free war gear isn't free anymore and you have to pay for grenades, maybe you don't want to take that, so they have the option there. And if you kind of organize this right and use all of the appropriate bits correctly, you should be able to get, I believe there are 7 here, 7 additional sets of rifles to configure a Stalker. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Sergeant, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. And that's also taking advantage of, for these single-armed guys, right, having a bare arm to go with it. And for some of these guys, I, like this guy, right, I just have his one arm magnetized and swappable, and then I glued on the left hand. So like this guy with the Auspex scanner from the Ultramarines upgrade kit, this guy with the pistol, I glued their right arms on. Going along also with the Sergeant, I've got all of his weapons. So in this case, for the 10-man unit, right, I ended up getting kind of 2 Sergeant arms, right? So I was able to do this pretty easy. So I've got him with the assault right there, and then I've got his Stalker as a backup. And then for melee weapons, I've got a power sword. Again, I took that one out of the Marines, the Ultramarines upgrade. Power sword, an extra chain sword that I put in, and then a bare hand, just because war gear may not always be free, and then replacing the rifle right with a plasma pistol as an option. So I still don't have Power Fist or Thunder Hammer because those are a little harder to come by, but this is just what I was able to throw together from the bits box and what was available to me. But all these guys are magnetized at the shoulders and and then the pauldrons. This took a long time to paint, like all the parts. It was maddening, but I'm glad I did it. And of course, with the 10th edition rules announced where, oh yeah, the Intercessors, yeah, the bolt rifles don't matter. The WYSIWYG doesn't matter on these. It's like, oh, of course it does. But who knows? Maybe that may change in the future. So it's cool to be able to have the different aesthetics if you want. For the magnets, I use 2mm by 1mm magnets on all of this. They do okay. Certainly the double, the double magnets here, where they clamp on. You get a little bit of friction fit as well, and that helps. These guys, they are a little loose. You can fit a 3mm magnet in there, and I would recommend that. Going forward with all my magnetization stuff, I'm doing 3mm just because the hold isn't quite there. So let's see here. Other little things I did just to keep things straight. Like for the Grenadiers, I gave each of the Grenadiers the tilting plate so I could pick them out quickly. And then this guy, so I was able to use this. Let's talk about this a little bit. And doing this through the viewfinder. So this particular configuration, right? This is the rifle where the guy's doing a mag change, and it is originally set up to be just a normal bolt rifle with the rapid fire. But the rifle itself, you know, the way it's positioned, you know, it could be either any one of the rifles really. And so for the mag change, what I did was I basically converted the mag change. So instead of mag changing out the rapid fire gun, or rapid fire mag, I did the bolt, you know, the stalker bolt rifle mag. So I basically cut out the one mag, and then I cut, you know, the stalker mag from one of the rifle bits, right, that I didn't use, and use that so I can make use of that extra piece. So that was that's you know, one thing you can do to get another set out of them. If I recall, one of these rifles, I believe it might have been the sergeant's here. Let me just look here. Might have been this guy. This one, I think, was one piece to where, like, you didn't configure it. So it was always set for the assault. So that one, if you were configuring assault, then you basically got one rifle here that you can only use for that. So that helps as well. But I think that's about it for the Intercessors. Overall, they were fun to paint, and fun to magnetize when they were done. But a lot of painting, a lot of transfers to get them all up and matching. So hope you guys found this useful, and kind of what you can do with a sprue of the Intercessors. You can get a lot out of them if you're willing to put in the work to magnetize them. So hope you guys found this useful, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.